Let me start with question number one. What the hell were you thinking?
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times celebs humiliated themselves on talk shows.
I'll just put these jackets.
It's a big night for me, I can tell you.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments when a celebrity has arrived on a talk show to promote themselves or their work, only to damage their reputation in the process for the world to see. Which celebrity talk show disaster is your favourite? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Cage's blazing entrance. Wogan. Most of the time, when a celeb is introduced on a talk show, they come out to light applause, some waving and maybe some handshaking. But Nicolas Cage is a unique soul.
Welcome, Nicolas Cage.
In 1990, he appeared on Terry Wogan's show to promote his role in Wild at Heart. As Cage enters, he immediately goes into a somersault that deserves at least a bronze medal.
You know, I'm sorry about that. I just had to get off my chest. You know, I was a bit wound up back there, so.
Were you worked up?
Well, just a little worked up.
Do you get carried away?
Well, I don't know if I get carried away. I just sort of have a good time, and you know, you invited me on your show, so I'm just gonna have a blast!
He follows that by throwing money at the audience, then doing some karate kicks in celebration, all before sitting down. As the interview gets underway, Cage is feeling hot. After all that, we can't really blame him. So instead of taking off his leather jacket, he takes off his t-shirt. To be fair, it's a nice jacket.
He said if you do that, you know, you'll have about 3 more movies left in you. But, so I quit.
So you've quietened down, have you?
I'm much quieter.
Well, you are. You seem a quiet guy.
I'm very quiet. I'm quiet.
Number 9. Primal Screaming. The Mike Douglas Show. The Mike Douglas Show has showcased some of the greatest musicians to ever grace the stage. And in 1972, legendary Beatles co-founder John Lennon was brought on as a co-host for a week along with his wife, Yoko Ono. In one episode, Chuck Berry was brought in as a guest. Fans were excited for the dream pairing of Lennon and Berry performing together, for a bit.
Help me information to get in touch with my Marie. He's the only one who phoned me here from Memphis, Tennessee.
Ono was also on stage hitting a drum during Little Queenie. Barely into the song, Ono decides to take the microphone and yell into it, causing Berry's eyes to widen in surprise. Ono attempted to keep yelling, but the sound from her mic was cut, thankfully. Number 8. Blaine Necessities. GMTV.
Of course, you're famous in this country as well for appearing in a car advert, doing tricks as well. Car tricks. Excellent.
In 2001, people tuned into GMTV for their news as they tucked into their morning cornflakes. Instead, they got to witness Eamon Holmes undertake one of the strangest interviews he's ever done, all thanks to the illusionist David Blaine.
What do we get with you? Are you an illusionist? Are you a trickster? What is it? Are you a stuntman? What are you? How would you describe yourself?
I'm just a showman.
Every question Holmes battered at Blaine, the magician responded by staring blankly, mumbling, or nodding his head slowly. It was very unsettling. In 2019, Blaine appeared on This Morning to talk to Holmes and Ruth Langsford. Of course, that infamous interview was mentioned. Blaine basically stated that he did it to be memorable for those guests in the green room, and he found it funny. Holmes, well, he didn't find it quite as hilarious.
The eye in the hand. And what is that? What is the eye in the hand? Let's see that again.
It's protection.
Protection. What does that mean?
Protection from death.
Oh.
Number 7. I Was Known as the Wild One. Aspel and Company. Back in 1987, British acting icon Oliver Reed was invited onto Aspel and Company for an interview. Immediately, it was going to be one that lived in infamy. A scruffy Reed appeared with a massive jug filled with some kind of orange cocktail.
Can I get over there? But I've never ever...
Well, thank you for coming. It's been a wonderful...
He slurs during the introduction before getting distracted and requesting the studio band to play whilst he sings. The interview then attempts to delve into why Reed drinks. After all, he has a bit of a reputation with drinking and interviews.
In those days, it was a horrific thing. And because they used to punch you very hard in the mouth.
Previously, in 1975, after his comments on feminism and women's liberation on the Carson Tonight Show, Shelley Winters dumped a whiskey over Reed in protest. Number 6. Prickly Parkinson. Parkinson.
You said once that acting was not in your nature.
I did.
You did say that, yes,
Okay.
you did say that. Are you denying that you said that? I mean, it's not that they...
No, it seems like something I'd say.
Sir Michael Parkinson is a British treasure, but even he makes mistakes sometimes. In his later years, Parkinson is often asked if he could redo any of his interviews, which would he choose? And he always picks the Meg Ryan incident back in 2003. As the interview began, Parkinson was more aggressive than usual, making viewers awkwardly shift in their seats.
Well, I think you can certainly be an actor and not be a movie star.
Well, but you are a movie star.
Yes.
By choice.
Seemingly.
So, you've got a problem.
Yeah.
And it seems that one that's not going to be resolved on this show.
Even Ryan comments on wrapping up the chinwag. As it turns out, allegedly, Ryan was rude to other Parkinson guests behind the scenes, which annoyed the broadcaster. He didn't handle it well and took out his frustrations on screen for the world to see and squirm with second-hand embarrassment.
If you were me, what would you do now?
Well, just wrap it up.
Number 5. Extra special pastries. On-demand entertainment.
Excellent. Excellent. I thought there might be drugs in the muffin.
Life as an actor can be difficult. When promoting a new film, they have to undergo a relentless press junket of many small interviews. Well, in 2014, Sir Ben Kingsley was promoting Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb, and Poppy Jamie, for on-demand entertainment, felt Kingsley's ire.
There's always lots of films on TV. If a film of yours ever comes on screen, do you sit down and watch it?
No, I don't. No. Next question.
She starts by making conversation about the pastries she just ate. Kingsley retorts that they must have drugs in the muffins. He then belittles Jamie throughout the conversation, even explaining the film industry to her as though she's a toddler.
When I'm not in a scene in the film, I'm not on the film set. It's a day off. It's called a day off.
It's terribly awkward. Afterwards, on Twitter, Jamie alludes that she was not too pleased with her experience with the Oscar winner. Number 4. David, son of God? Wogan.
The press claim that you claim to be the son of God. Mm-hmm. Is that true?
Back in 1991, the former goalkeeper David Icke popped up on an episode of Wogan whilst wearing a fetching tracksuit. At the time, Icke was going through what's known as his turquoise period. Leading up to the interview, Icke stated that he received through automatic writing that he was a son of the Godhead.
As I repeat, survey the world, ladies and gentlemen. Is the force of love in control of this world, guiding this planet at this time? Of course not.
When he arrived on Terry Wogan's show, he doubled down on that. Wogan asked if Icke was the son of God, something that Icke didn't disagree with. He also claimed that the UK would be devastated by tidal waves and earthquakes. The controversial interview launched Icke's career away from sports broadcasting and into the realm of conspiracies, with what's been described as a media crucifixion.
Just let me say this.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
Fine.
Number 3. A Bad Day to Engage. The One Show. Bruce Willis doesn't always come off great during interviews, something the team from The One Show learned in 2013.
Yeah, it's a difficult title. It's a good day to die.
There to promote his role in A Good Day to Die Hard, it was certainly not a good day for hosts Matt Baker and Alex Jones. They attempted to get Willis excited and engaged, only for that to fail each time. Instead, they were met with a stale performance by the action star. Later on, Willis was on the radio with XFM. He apologised for his lack of interest and blamed it on the jet lag.
Makes about as much sense. A Or maybe there is a good day to die hard.
Hopefully, next time Willis can channel his character of Paul Stevens in Friends and be a neat guy for future interviews. Number 2. Famous friend Morgan. Real time with Bill Maher. Of course, Piers Morgan was going to be on here for something. In this instant, it happened in 2017, when the broadcaster appeared on Real Time with Bill Maher over in the US. The discussion moved towards Hillary Clinton and then US President Donald Trump. Morgan, at the time, had a friendship with Trump, so he came to Trump's aid by dismissing the concerns of Maher and the other guests. Comedian Jim Jeffries, while obnoxious in his own right, took Morgan apart by uttering a single phrase that we can't say.
There is no Muslim ban. If there was,
off. We're surprised, after that Morgan didn't storm off as he would do years later. Morgan's blind devotion to Trump in the face of very real problems didn't make the broadcaster come across at all well.
You're losing your audience.
I'm not losing my
because
audience.
You're sounding unpleasant.
Am I
and you're
losing
also not basing.
Number 1. Hopkins' peculiar proposition. This morning was in a strange place in 2013. Katie Hopkins was regularly brought in on the show to give her controversial opinions on various matters. In one segment, she arrived to talk about missing her child's birthday in favour of work. As soon as anyone disagrees with her, Hopkins talks over and insults them with personal attacks. She then provides Philip Schofield with a weird and flirtatious threat.
Do not bring India up again, Philip, or I will sit on your lap.
Trying to hold in his uncomfortable shudder, but failing, Schofield fires back with a retort of his own that causes the production crew to laugh.
That's possibly the worst thing I've ever heard, of all the things you've said.
And it clearly annoyed Hopkins, who glared at the host.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.